and welcome to the Ladies of Selling LA Luxury podcast. I'm your host, Angel.
And I'm your host, Anne-Marie.
And today we're going to be talking about a topic that is super sensitive and near and dear to my heart in the most fragile way, because it's about friendships and business and how some of them do not stand the test working together. I mean, I don't know how else to say it.
Well, ours has.
So far.
We're not breaking up.
Yeah, this is not a breakup message.
No.
But
yes.
let's get into it. I guess, yeah. I've
you
cried
start.
a lot over this topic.
You start.
So I will say I've learned a lot. I guess I thought that the type of person that I was speaks for itself, and that if you know me, that you would be unwavering from me, and that you would know my heart and my intentions are always pure. So no matter what mistakes come along the way of learning how to be an entrepreneur and having business, that if you are in my close group of friends, it doesn't matter because you would just know me.
But I don't even feel a close group of friends. Like, I feel like clients and friends that we've made in the 18 months that we've been together know you.
Yeah.
So, especially close friends, but even then, like, you are so caring, so giving, so loving. I don't know how it could be misconstrued at all.
And yet, I feel like some of my friendships have been ruined because of business.
Yeah.
And
true.
so I want to talk about it because it's a really hard one, and give some tips. If you decide that you want to mix business with your friendships, which maybe you decide that you don't ever, I'm definitely, I'm definitely cautious now. So
with every right.
Yeah.
With every right.
I had an experience that was super traumatic, and we're going to talk about it in the tips and how you can hopefully not get to where I got in that situation, where just a few months ago I was like weeping over a friendship because of business. And I couldn't believe and I couldn't figure out how we got there. So my first tip will be over communication. If you do not have a friendship with over communication, there's any ounce of unwavering integrity, intentions, morals, that you don't truly know each other to the core, and you're not willing to over communicate when there's problems or what you think could be problems, don't get into business with that friend, because you are going to ruin the friendship.
Yeah. The over communication is surprising to me, because in our relationship, you're
I'm the over
such
communicator.
the communicator. I'm like, just let me be. Just let me do my thing.
Yeah.
Let me be in my own headspace. But you are already the over communicator in our relationship. But I've realized now, and I've learned that even that wasn't enough.
No.
Like, you need to be crystal clear on everything, and you need to explain everything and make sure that there is nothing that can be misconstrued, because a lot was misconstrued. There was a lot of things that were said. There were...
I'm going to give one example of the big picture.
Yeah.
So if you work with friends and you're in a field like us, then you probably will have mutual friends that want to buy properties, get into real estate, do business with you. And so I had a really close girlfriend of mine. She was going to be joining our team. She had not yet got her license. And she was a sister to me. And she had told me she was working with one of our other really good friends, which was like a brother to me. Like, they come over, we do Friendsgiving together. We had business ventures together in the past. I reach out to him probably 2 or 3 times a year, because I'm just too busy for friendships right now. And if you know me, you know that that's just not the space I'm in, and it doesn't mean I don't love you. Well, in that situation, I knew that friend and friend were going to be working together, and when that person got brought up to me, it triggered me to remember like our memories. And so I called my friend, the brother of mine, and I was like, just catching up, like, yo, where have you been?
Like, what's going on?
I consider her like a long lost uncle to my kids. And I was like, I'm going to be having my 4th child. I don't think you met my 3rd one. Where are you at? We need to get together.
What's going on?
Catching up. Well, real estate got brought up in that conversation at the very end of the conversation, and it only got brought up because I said, once construction was done at our house, let's get together and have a reunion with all of our friends, including my sister that was going to be joining our team. And he was like, what? You guys bought another house? Are you guys crazy? This market's nuts. I was like, boy, you better go get pre-approved. You already know so-and-so told you. She was brought up in the conversation. It was very clear that I knew that they were working together, and I would have probably been the one helping her find the deal for him. And I said, where the lender's office is. My office is there too. Like, when you get back in town, like, let me know.
Yeah.
There is nothing about it that made me think, let me go run and tell my sister, because
Right.
I
when
wasn't.
he comes back into town.
We'll all get together,
Yeah.
right? And so time had passed. I guess she had given me an opportunity to come to her. I didn't think there was anything to come to her for, because if you know me, I will never steal a client. Money is not important to me. Money is not important to me so much that it's even created problems in like my relationships and our business partnership, because I care more about people than money, and I had to learn how to find that balance. So in my mind, there's nothing to tell. I'm just a friend catching up with a friend. I remembered that I need to call and catch up with them because she made him fresh in my mind.
Right.
And it got turned into me trying to steal a client.
Yeah.
And that is wild to me. Like, just even hearing it out loud is like disgusting.
But the two things I want to bring up, first of all, we're talking about like as leaders, as owners of a team, one of our agents. That doesn't mean don't work with friends, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of your transactions are your
With my
family, your
friends,
friends.
yeah.
A lot of my transactions are with friends who have become family.
Yeah.
But the fact that we as team leaders help you through that process, right? Like this particular agent, and even if it was a seasoned agent, this particular agent wasn't seasoned. But even if you are a seasoned agent, we guide you through the process. We're here to help.
Yeah.
Like,
So anything that we do to move
we're
that
on the same
along
team.
is for you to win. But like
Yeah.
my point is I didn't communicate that I talked to this person because my intentions were not that.
Yeah.
So the other person clearly didn't communicate that they don't see me in an unwavering way, that
Right.
like they truly don't know if I would do something for money that I would never do, which showed me that our sisterhood is not as strong as I wished it was, and it was very hard for me to realize that.
Yeah.
But also, as the leader, now looking back, I should have overly communicated. And now I know.
We've all learned. I've learned from this too,
Yeah.
to over communicate.
I'm like, oh
Yeah.
shit, stop what we're doing.
Yeah.
Let's call so-and-so so there's no misunderstanding.
Right.
But you would think there should be no, but regardless, it was my responsibility as a leader. I should have done that. But in our sisterhood, that was the hard part. So over communication,
Number one, over communicate.
or it's going to fail.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Yeah. Second point is you need to know how somebody works before you start working with them. So in another episode, we're going to teach you what to ask before you become partners with somebody.
Yes.
But it's so important with who you are working with now, whether they are somebody that you're hiring, whether they're, a team member, even if it's your brokerage, you really need to figure out how they work professionally versus how you work professionally. So let me give you an example. We talked a little bit on the last episode another episode about how we hired the wrong person, right? Let me rephrase that. We didn't hire the wrong person. We hired for the wrong role. We hired an assistant, and we were looking for an operations manager. So for us not to make that same mistake a second time, we vetted out an operations manager. So we gave them a specific project to do.
Three projects.
Yes. 1, 2, and 3. Yes.
But side note, she's one of my best friends.
Yes.
So friends and business could not work together, or they can blossom beautifully. But we tried it to see how we work together professionally before we dove right in.
But also the thing that I loved about it is, and this is before the whole over communication issue that we just talked about happened, was that you had hired her previously for an event that you had. I didn't know anything about it. So I love the fact that you were like, hey, here's my friend, full disclosure, here's what's going on.
Yeah.
But let's see if it works. Let's see if you are comfortable with it.
Because I like to take care of friends. So if you know me, if you start at the bottom with me, I'm bringing you to the top.
Yes.
And I can't do that with everyone I've learned.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we try it.
If you have the opportunity to vet someone out, whatever it is, we happened to give her 3 large projects and she blew us away, and now she's our operations manager.
And I have no regrets. She's
None.
amazing. Our friendship doesn't stand in the way of anything.
No. And now I'm becoming friends with her, which I love.
And then now I'm going to go into number 3. Money changes people. I mean, I don't know how else to say it, but friendships that you've grown before, even friendships that you've grown during the business, these big checks that we get, the money changes people.
Absolutely.
And the one thing I can say, and I can feel confidently and stand true in myself, authentic self, is
Wait, I gotta sit back for this one because
money has never changed me. I don't care how big the check is. I don't care what the client is. I don't care if they're a $30 million client or a $300,000 condo, which you can't usually find. But my point
not
is,
here in LA.
yes,
Other places you can.
yeah, we'll talk about that. But my point is that you have to be ready, and if you have a big heart like me, be prepared to get hurt because money is going to change people, and your friendships and the dynamic are going to look different. Period.
100%.
There's like nothing else that we need to say about it.
Yeah, 100%.
But just be prepared. Like
Yeah.
it villainizes a lot of things.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah, and we both come from a place of giving. I'm learning more from Angel how to give. Like there's one transaction that was like a tough transaction that we literally made zero money on.
We gave up our whole commission because
think
if
it
they were
cost-
going to lose
yeah.
their house.
Yeah.
We had to do it. And I, no questions asked. I was just like,
Yeah.
will you still be my partner if we have to do this? Because
Yeah.
we're doing this, you
Right.
know?
Yeah, but I'm flabbergasted because I've been in the industry for 17 years, almost 18 years, right? So, and I've been a solo agent except for the time that I had, the brokerage with my ex. But during that time, I've never experienced the type of, do I want to say greed?
Yeah.
The type of greed that we experienced. And you'll know if you watch season 1, like my motivation is money, right? Like I've got 2 kids in college right now and I've had to put them through and
Mm-hmm.
I'm independent, I support myself. Like my motivation is money. And you'll learn from another episode that Angel and I are just so different in so many
Mhm.
ways. But at the end of the day, my integrity is so much,
Yeah.
so much. I would give up
Anyway.
I would give up commission 100% of the time for my integrity. Like,
Yeah.
that's how important it is for me.
Agreed. And that's why
So-
we work so well together.
I know.
So, moral of the story is friendships with business could fucking suck. Let's just
Or
be honest.
they could be amazing.
Or they could be amazing.
Yeah.
But you have to make sure you vet the people, you over communicate, and then just be prepared that even if you do all the right things, money can still change people, and be prepared to get hurt.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but it's
It
true.
sucks.
If you have a heart, you're gonna be hurt. And so we appreciate you for being here part of this episode. It was a hard one.
It's hard.
I wish I could drink, but obviously I can't. And make sure that you comment below, like, subscribe, send us a DM, shoot us a comment. We love you. We're grateful. And until next time, beautiful humans, namaste.
Namaste.